All right, welcome to the Great Domain. This is Adam.
This is Joe. We're back at it again with another episode, baby. Let's go.
Yep.
So today we got a special guest, one of my good friends, Robert Lewis.
Hey, Joe, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Welcome, Robert. Let's get a cheers to that.
Let's get it. Cheers, baby. That's how we always start it off every episode.
Hey, man, I'm
Let's get a cheers to that.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right, Robert. Tell us a little bit about yourself, bro.
Oh man, shit, where can I start, man? I mean, man, I'm just a chill guy. Just living life. Raising my baby girl. Working, staying out the way, man. Just trying to stay out of trouble. Yeah, that's about it, man. I just stay out the way. I'm cool, calm, collective. Stay to myself. I'll pop out here and there. I'll go out here and there, but for the most part, man, I love staying at home, playing a game, shit like that.
That's sweet. You said you had a daughter?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 4. She'll be 5 in May.
Congratulations on.
Twin, bro, you know?
Yeah. Dang.
Actually, for a beautiful manner.
So, she's 4, huh? What's her name, bro?
Jade.
Jade?
Jade.
Oh, Jade, like the stone.
Yeah, Jade.
Precious stone. Yeah. No, that's not.
Cinco de Mayo, baby.
Oh yeah. There it is.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So I've known you for about what? A little bit too long.
Yeah, it's fun. Trying to get rid of you. No,
hey man, but they was gonna cut your hair, bro.
No, yeah. Since high school, well, kind of weird though. I've been knowing him since high school, but since he started cutting my hair, we kind of grew closer and stuff like that.
That's sweet.
It's kind of just like a cordial relationship at high school. I knew who he was, he knew who I was. So I was like, hey, what's up? Not too much, but shit. Since he started cutting my hair like a few years ago, shit.
Yeah, got a little bit more fantasy football now, so
Yeah. Hey,
he joined that family?
Hey, are you in the fantasy football league that we're diamond? Yeah. Oh no way!
Yeah, I miss it by one game every fucking year.
I told you so. This minute too, Moss. Like he's back-to-back champs, bro, and we've been trying to fucking take him out.
Damn, bro.
So,
hey, this year, I felt like we all gave. No, well, maybe not we all, but we were in the playoffs. You were in the playoffs?
Nah, I missed it by one game every year.
You missed it, right? Okay, that's what I just missed.
I think 0-4,
something like that.
And I went on the win streak. I mean, I lost the last game, I think, to Moss before the season. They put me on. I had the same record as the last seed anyway, so I guess it went off.
Playoffs don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Told them to change it to 16s, man.
It should be 16s.
Every other league I'm in is 16.
Yeah.
No.
I get you.
Hey, in my league, the Dirty Dozen, we've got 8 teams make it into playoffs.
Because for us, it's 4 teams.
Yeah. For us, it's 4
people. So but every
should be half, right?
In just the tip, it's just 4. In just the tip, the $30 one that I have, it's just 4. In the 150 one is where we have the 8.
The 4, you gotta play the same person twice back to back instead of just being one game and done.
Mm-hmm.
So I meant to change it this season, but I think the managerial tools, whatever, they make it difficult. So I'm like, man,
it's because it doesn't. Because what happens is you have to do it from the web page. You can't do it from
the app, right?
From the app, yeah.
I ain't gonna be no sore losers though, man. I mean,
no.
Shit, I don't want Moss to win no more. So that's it, man. Next year I'm gonna kick your ass out.
Give him the boot.
Yeah. So obviously I went to high school with him, right? You played what, 3 sports in high school or 2?
3.
Right? Well, track star also.
Track. So I did track. Did track all 4 years. Played football 4 years, but basketball I only played 3 years. I sat out my junior year.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I didn't play my junior
year. He wouldn't even go to practice. He was still starting. I was like, what the fuck? So
you were balling like that?
I mean, I was okay. My freshman and my sophomore year, I was good at basketball, but coming back after I took my junior year off, my athleticism was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was still good though. I mean,
he always had that raw talent, regardless.
Yeah.
Like he knew how to shoot the ball, dribble, obviously. So I mean, he was a good player.
That's cool.
Shit, I was a bench warmer. I mean.
Hey, quick question about your guys' team. Like your guys' coach, I remember you saying that he was like a old school military guy.
I was gonna bring it up right now.
What was?
You see, like,
okay, let's hear a little bit about him. Like your guys' experiences together with him.
Shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure my experience is probably a little different than his. I mean, I wouldn't say I got away with shit, but he was kind of a little bit more like lenient with me, I guess, in a sense. But you know, he was a teacher, substitute teacher. I don't know if he was an assistant or something. So
something like that.
I would always like, even when I didn't play, I always mess around with him, go to his class and stuff like that. So honestly, I had a good relationship with him, but I know a lot of people really didn't. It's because he does have an old school mentality, but I learned to ignore it because I mean my dad's old school, so I mean, it's kind of like the same shit. So kind of I listen, but just I don't try to go do the back and forth, or even when he's wrong. You got it. You know what I'm saying? So,
So the one thing I brought up to attention last time was how are the practices most of the time. So like you know how it was more like drills, like the Marine drills.
It was more so. It was like
it had nothing to do with basketball. Like it was
all conditioning.
You know,
like boot camp style.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So for
a lot of suicides.
Actually, yeah, man, that was a lot, bro. Like
here and there we'll do plays, but it was rare. It was more a lot of fucking fundamentals. Yeah, he was stuck a lot of bounce pass and chest pass. Yeah. And it was a chill. It was just funny sometimes he'll try to demonstrate shit, but because he's older dude, but it was cool.
Was he athletic himself or not?
Actually, he was
to be an old guy. Yeah,
he was baller.
He was pretty coordinated. He was coordinated. He was pretty coordinated for an old dude.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Honestly, he'll shoot the ball. He looked like an older Steve Nash, you know, like same body type, you know, like.
Oh, he was a skinny dude. I don't know why I imagine him being like this big burly dude.
Hell no.
Nah, he was
5'6".
Tall.
Hey, that's tall.
Right? That's like a medium right there. You know?
In China, 5'6" is average height. You know.
Nice. So one thing I want to bring up, Rob, was since middle school you started at what age did you know you were like excelling in football? Like what age?
I mean, shit. I would say early on. Like I was, me and him was having a conversation earlier. Shit, I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. So, kind of early on, I kind of knew I had it. Growing up, I was playing with older people, like my older cousins. Okay. I was the young dude in the bunch, so I ran with a lot of older dudes. So anytime we played basketball, football, I would play with them, and I know I was giving them problems and shit like that. So, I mean, it kind of stuck, but Pop Warner right away. I mean, shit, I was 3-4 touchdowns a game. Yeah. My first year in pass, I play receiver. I was still good. My 2 years of flag, it's flag. But my first year in pass, it was. If you didn't have me a receiver, I'm fucking 8 years old, 7 years. They already passed. So running the ball here and there, I get a reverse, so it was cool. But then the year after that is when it kind of took off. My second year in pads. Yeah.
And your first year in pads, how old were you?
I played 5 to 7. I was 7.
7 years old playing with pads?
Yeah. Damn, that's my son's age.
And then after that, because I was, like I said, even though I was the younger one, but they played with Chopper. Chopper was our quarterback.
Shout out Chop. Shout out
Chop. But yeah, Morris, he was older. They were all a year older than me, so they went to the next year. They went to the next division, and I stayed down. So then that's when I started playing running back. That's when the first Head became my quarterback for the first year. So yeah, it kind of took off from there. Yeah, it was at Southgate. Southgate Rams.
It was what was it called? Rams. Yeah, that's short for Aztecs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, more so everyone knows it for the Rams though. More so.
Okay.
So, all right, so fast forward a bit. So yeah, when you transition to like more better competition, that would be what, high school? High school level or?
No, so actually I played after that. My second year pass at Southgate, I left. Then I went to Linwood for a year.
Oh, different league, different league.
No, yeah, it was still cool. I mean, I still, but compared to what I was, I'm not gonna lie, it was like whatever. It wasn't a bad year. It wasn't a good year. Okay. Then after Linwood, I went to play with. I went to Mona Park.
For Mona Park?
Mona Park.
Oh, Mona Park.
Right there on the Imperial. Imperial Mona. Right there by the 105.
Yeah, that's where the bridge is at, right?
Yeah. Like going to the area, so it's right there.
Is that intercity or it's like kind of travel ball?
No, that's city. It's I want to say it might be borderline Watts company.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you start playing at that point. You start playing with like other cities, or it's not like intercity.
It's still. I mean, it depends because it's Okjaf, so it's kind of the teams I remember. It was Inglewood, Montebello.
Okay.
Montebello. Who else? No, Montebello. Sorry, Montebello wasn't in that league. It was Mission Viejo.
Okay.
We played Mission Viejo, Carson. I think Southgate was still in that league. Compton was in the league. So I mean, it was kind of scattered around a little
or
bit.
like the Compton Colts, right? I think.
Nah,
Carson.
Carson.
So
Motherfuckers good every year. Yeah. But I mean, it was cool though. I mean, but my first year there, yeah, it was good. But I don't know. I kind of started to I wouldn't say doubt myself, but my last 2 years of Pop Warner was just like, it's kind of like, damn, like, do I still got it type shit?
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a little bit of fatigue.
Because,
I wouldn't even say fatigue. I mean, I just honestly, it probably was just we had a lot of talent on that team, but so it's kind of like spread around. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I had a bad year, but everybody was
getting it.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to me, you know,
just
like
you being that
4 touchdowns again, 3. No, here sometimes I would score, then I'll score one. Then I want to score in maybe 2 games, then I'll score 2 touchdowns 1 game. So I mean, it wasn't completely bad, but it wasn't compared to what I was used to. So
yeah.
It was cool.
So the first time I seen him play football, it was flag football technically. It was in middle school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So remember the All-Star game? I think it was like it was a 7th graders against 8th graders, right? It was that right? 7th against 8th graders, right?
Nah. We would. It was 8th graders, but we were separated by homerooms.
That's right.
They called it the red and white game.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So
that's when I seen him. He went. It was just ridiculous stats, like 400 yards and like.
Nah, he over fucking.
Something like that. Like
I don't
200,
remember
300 yards, right? So that was ridiculous, though, right? So I'm like, damn. And I went to the game, right? So I was like, damn.
So you guys went. So I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you guys went to the same middle school and the same high school.
Yeah, but in middle school, I don't even think we met. Maybe
he's a little scrub.
Nah.
Nah, you're younger. Younger.
You know, it's a Rob. At this time, he's already like getting to know the older kids too. You know, so like he was kicking it, playing sports, whatever. I mean, I was just going to school, though, like minding my own business.
Like
you know?
a big backpack. I was kind of already like me and Choa.
Yeah.
Me and Choa basically, you know, we would hang out with the 7th, 8th graders, like 6th graders and stuff like that. So which that's when we met the twins. You know, Danny and Ricky. We hang with them. So it was cool.
So back to the game, right? I was seeing, like, damn, like, oh shit, like, and then so over here the high schoolers. Well, I'm pretty sure he already knew all the coaches because his older brother played football, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, not that Guzman, his brother. So he was my first, like my second year pass. He was my head coach. I mean, he wasn't the head coach; he was the offensive coordinator. But ever since then, every year, I skipped out. I played at it was called the Southeast Southeast Falcons, but it was Bell High School.
Oh,
I played there for 2 years, so he was there. That's where Sinan Carson used to play. So that's what I met Sinan before Southeast. So so Guzman, ever since then, he was my coach at Linwood as well. So when I left Southgate, I went to Southeast. Falcons, which was at Bell. Played there 2 years, and then I went to Linwood for a year, and then I went to Mono Park. But Guzman, except for when I was at Mono Park, but Guzman was my coach every year. But he used to coach at Southgate, so I'm guessing that's when he met Pony inside.
Yeah,
stuff like that. So
that was like integrated to like the coaches of Southeast High.
Yeah, so basically like Coach Pony Asadi, they're alumni from Southgate, but when Southeast opened in 05, 06, they came over and just built the program from scratch.
Yeah,
so
scratch, like everything. Like,
so Guzman basically, he was a part of it. He was just like, chill when your time comes. I was a 6th grader, man, going to all the games.
So he's already, at this
I was
point,
a ball boy.
He's already getting his feet wet, you know, like
I was a ball boy. So like the away games, we'd hop in the coach's car, like they tell me ball boys, anything to just get to the games every Friday. You know, we'll go to McDonald's, walk down, and just go back to the school, and just kind of linger around, just sideline passes to be the ball boys and stuff. So I mean, that just kind of transitioned to there. So I mean, made it easier because I went from the middle school. So when he went over there, he got me into the middle school.
Yeah.
Just from 6 through 12, I was there. I was at Southeast.
Yeah.
That's sweet, bro.
Yeah. So, when we were 8th graders, the coaches will come down. They'll give us like a little. Remember the gym? They'll come down. Oh, if anyone interested in joining the high school football team, like, can you guys come over or try out? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So keep in mind. So he already had his feet wet, right? So now I'm an 8th grader and he's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
So me going over there as little as 8th grader, so trying to try out for the team. I'm just like, dude, these guys are big as hell. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm a little ass kid, So
wait, at Southeast, there's a frosh soft team, right?
Yeah. Frosh, yeah.
Is it just freshmen or it's freshmen and sophomore?
No, it was always Frosh, so it's freshmen and sophomores. There was no I think that's more so like CIF,
Yeah, so
CIF has a freshman team, and then they have a Frosh soft team, and then they have varsity. So no, it was just strictly JV, junior varsity, varsity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I remember.
Yeah. So for over where my school was at, we had a complete freshman team. Then it was JV, and then it was varsity. Yeah. You guys are wait. So
more students.
Just so that way I know what's up. You guys are part of like the city leagues.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
not
Eastern, right? That's what it is.
I mean, it's easternly, but it's
city section.
LA city section.
Yeah, LA city section. Okay, now
it just broke off into those subdivisions and shit. So
okay, now I got it. Yeah. Like Bell's part of it too,
yeah,
right?
So Eastern League is just Southeast, Southgate, Bell, Huntington Park, Roosevelt, and Garfield, and LA Jordan.
No? Is it Marquez?
No. Now, I mean, that's just so.
Also, back then.
Okay. It was LA Jordan, Southeast, Southgate, Bell, Huntington Park, Garfield, and Roosevelt. So 7 teams.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. So and for me, so in football, you only play a team once. So in basketball and baseball, you play them twice.
Mm-hmm.
So, but obviously, I mean, football is way more physical sport, So can you imagine having double the games? It'll be a long season, So I was just like, damn, once I heard how football worked, I was like, oh yeah, man, that takes too much. Man. It takes a toll on the body, Well, obviously you know that. So all right, so freshman year's up. When did they make it to the playoffs? No, right? Your freshman year, Southeast side.
Did they? No. Matter of fact, they did. They made Division II playoffs.
Okay. And so obviously they bumped you up, right? To
yes, because I think I would have got bumped up regardless, but Senna got great cut. My bad, Senna. I ain't trying to put your business out there, but
Senna's my name, right?
Yeah, he was
star. He was star too. Yeah, well, he was the first real running back Southeast had.
Yeah,
so shout out.
But
shout out Carson.
He got great cut, so they moved me up. So we played against Arleta.
How did the game go?
Yeah, we got our ass whooped. To be honest with you, it was pretty bad. I don't remember the score, but I know it was bad. Yeah. Had one carry, and that was my first time playing varsity. I'm a freshman, so I'm used to sometimes I make my cut and I'm gone.
Yeah.
So this time the game was so much faster. So I mean, it was kind of a little reality check. Gave me a little glimpse of what to expect. But I mean,
what's your following year, right?
Yeah,
varsity. Well, your first full year in varsity, right?
First full year in varsity.
Yeah. Was there training anything different? Once you got to experience playing in that playoff game?
Nah, I mean, training was the same. I mean, just hit, kind of attack, just same little spring ball, which weight room, like we talked about, weight room starts January. Just do
that's right after season, practically.
Right after season. Football is damn near year round, and a lot of people don't realize it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially nowadays, right? Because they do spring ball, so you go right from football right during the normal season, and then it's summer. During the summer, you're doing.
Well, that's when you guys are learning
training. You're having
everything.
I mean, it depends on the coaching staff, because I mean, if it's the same coach, it's the same fucking system for 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So, like your weight room starts January through maybe March, April-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you'll get a little break, once school's done, and then you start summer workouts, and then that's when you have a lot of the tournaments, like the 707 tournaments and all that type of shit. And then obviously regular team practice and stuff like that. So by August, you get pads. A lot of stuff is non-contact. You get past August, and then it just kicks up from there to December if you're lucky. It's a championship game, but playoffs is always early November, mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
And how far you go is how far you go.
I've seen some of your highlights.
Is there one? I want to throw a little.
Yeah, we'll try to put a little clip.
A little clip, because your first full year. So the video I know it because it's a song of Drake.
That's my sophomore year.
Yeah, exactly right. So that's your first full year in varsity. Yeah, that highlight clip, dude, is just ridiculous, bro. I think that was the best highlights. I
mean, I think honestly, my senior year personally is my favorite one.
Yeah,
but that sophomore tape got me my first scholarship.
Okay.
So,
So I have a question for you in relation to your years playing in football. Is there any one play that sticks out in your mind as something that you feel like put you on the map, or like that you felt like was like,
man, I couldn't even.
dang, you can look back, and be like, damn, that was sick, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's one play that put me on the map, but I mean, and it's probably not even honestly my favorite. It's everybody else's favorite play.
Okay. Like that.
I already know what it is.
Fuck, to this day, I still hear about that play, but
Say the play, say it out loud. And then when they put up a clip in the video.
Yeah, we're trying to put it up.
Yeah, it was against it's homecoming.
Okay.
My junior year against Bell High School.
Okay.
We couldn't do shit the whole game, man. It was 7-0. We got one last stop.
Mm-hmm.
So they punted the ball for like maybe 30 seconds or some shit like that.
It was just a close game.
So they punted it. I mean, honestly, if
that was a smart thing to do, right?
if it wasn't that, game would have been over. But they punted it, and I'm pretty sure the coach told them
punt it away from him.
let the time milk. So they punted it. Long story short, they punted the ball. And just picked, boom, the ball, boom. I'm back, punt return. Obviously, they got down there. Ball's bouncing. And instead of, you touch it, dead ball.
Yeah.
So they fucking huddle around the ball. Like, don't touch it. Trying to let the clock milk. So I see it. I'm like, fuck, they're around it. And then I'm walking off. No whistles blown. It's like, fuck. So I kind of just sneak back in and I stick my hand in. And then I get the ball and just take off down the sideline. Cut back, and then punter almost called me. I mean, I was gassed out.
He was already out over there.
I was kind of right. You know how
Yeah.
you feel somebody
Yeah.
fucking like, but I scored. We went into overtime. We won in overtime.
Yeah,
so
man.
that was a pretty dope game. And but
That was your junior. I thought that was your sophomore year.
that was my junior year. Yeah. To this day, people always bring that shit up. Like they don't.
Like
honestly,
that's gutsy, bro. You know,
Yeah.
the ball, and then what if you would have like fumbled there or something, and then like.
I mean, shit. That's one of them sins where. You always hear coaches just gotta be. Sometimes X's and O's only go so far. You gotta be a football player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they go back to backyard football and shit like that. Just fucking like I could have went in and tried to get it around, but no, just me being sneaky. I mean, I've always been like that as a kid, just fucking sneaky. So I mean, I just stuck my hand in there and just fucking took off. But.
That's hilarious, bro.
So your first scholarship offer, sorry, it came after your sophomore season. Or?
After my sophomore season, so.
And then who was that from?
SMU, Southern Methodist University.
That's Texas, right?
In Texas, Dallas is
yeah.
Dallas. So shout out B2G too. It used to be a camp, B2G.
Okay.
Henry Bell and Ron, they started this big ass camp, built it up from scratch. So it was like a 2-day camp, over the weekend camp. I forgot. It was a small school, Cal something. It was a Cal State. I don't know, but it was out there. Like,
Cal State.
I don't remember. It was Lutheran, Cal Lutheran. It was one of these.
Cal Baptist. No?
It was some shit like that. That's where they hosted it at. But
was it turf, right?
Shit, I believe so. I'm not sure, but I know a couple of the year before, prior to a couple of Georgia players went, but they had a lot of hype and stuff like that. So the next year,
your ex-teammates used to play at Jordan too, right?
Yeah. So I want to say teammates, friends, because I grew up in Watts.
Okay.
So Jordan is actually my home school. That's the
okay.
school my pops did with me.
He
felt like I was gonna be a fuck up.
Yeah.
Which I mean, great decision. Shout out, pops. I wouldn't think I would have been a fuck up, but yeah. So just remember one day sitting in the ponies class, and they sent it was a pamphlet, a little flyer about the camp and shit like that. Okay. And I was like, oh shit, like, they invited me, but it cost money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I forget, it was like $200 something. So
back then when you were a kid, I mean,
it was like fuck, try telling you. I mean, they would have did it, but shit wasn't always sweet. So I mean, I just remember at the time it was probably in between the heart, school.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers, school clothes, and just how it go. You know what I'm saying? To fuck off $300 on the camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I will forever be grateful for Coach Carrera, because shit got to his class. They would take all the mail to his class and shit. He was like, man, this is a great opportunity. He's like, I'll pay for it. So I was like, oh shit, like, all right.
Was that your first real moment where, like, obviously besides family, right? Because obviously your family always believed in you, right? Like, believed in and what you're capable of, right?
Yeah.
So when you're hearing like a coach or a teacher at this point, right, telling you like, you know what, like I believe in you, like I'll do this for you.
No, I've always gotten that. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
people have always seen it. Because like Guzman, I owe Guzman
Yeah.
a lot too since I was young. Man, he would train me, sand workouts, all that shit. So I mean, that wasn't the thing, but it was just kind of in the moment, like, oh shit, like you gonna pay for this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you know, back then, I mean, it was like 2010. I mean, 300 ain't a lot, but it's just like
no, but
it's
look, 300
for somebody to
high
put on
school
something
was a lot of
you know what
money.
I'm saying? So it's like.
A lot of money.
So he boom, that happened. He paid for it, so I go. But you know, they tell you what to bring, cleats and shit like that.
And the camp was or in that school where you said camp.
Yeah, so we stayed in the dorms overnight. We left.
Nice.
We got there Friday, maybe like my parents dropped me off like Friday-ish, like 5.
Okay.
You know, you take your bags to your room, shit like that. And then I remember on there it said, "Bring your highlight tape."
Wow. At this point, what was it? Cassettes or
DVD,
DVDs?
man. Fucking cassettes like that.
Damn, sick.
Oh, I'm sorry, VHS. I'm not cassette, VHS.
Hey, bro, mine was already like barely like my senior year. That's where like you start seeing like people bringing digital cameras.
Your senior?
My senior year is where like, well, mind you, I graduated in 07.
Oh
so
shit.
In 07 is where you start seeing people take like digital cameras to school and things like that.
The phones I was able to record already, right? Like
no.
Yeah, bro, it's just around
in 07,
yeah,
in
bro,
07, I think
they had the sidekick out already.
Yeah,
you know, the sidekick.
yeah.
I think that was the only thing that could do that. Either that or the chocolate.
Too, remember that?
The chocolate.
I don't think you could
The
record,
chocolate phone.
but the chocolate.
That's
That's
bro, but that's the thing. Like when I was in high school, a lot. When I was in high school, those were the phones. The Razor phones.
Yeah,
like it was the first.
You say that now, but that shit was in.
The first series of fucking Razor phones. So there was no recording.
It was just pictures, right? At that point,
it was
right?
just
ringtones, pictures and ringtones.
Pictures and ringtones.
The next time, you know.
Yeah, bro. When I was in high school, I had those brick the brick Nokias, bro.
Oh, when the snake game, right?
The numbers and everything.
Yeah.
That's what I had. So I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you can
like, so back then, $300 was a lot, you know.
Yeah, so.
Or like a mixed like a highlight tape or highlight reel, like.
Oh, and
that had to have come from like
for that too, right?
Oh yeah,
so you had to pay for
$50, but I mean, shout out Blackie. Shit.
That's right, Fernie.
He always hooked me up with my highlight tape.
That's dope.
I mean, should I give him props? He had a lot of fucking film to cut.
Can you imagine? So he was usually kind of doing that all of the Eastern League, huh?
No, yeah.
So
he's doing everybody's shit. His shit's dope too. I think he still do it. I know he's into anime. He runs the yearbook shit at Southeast.
Oh, that's right.
He's the one that put the whole alumni shit together this year. So
that's dope.
So he made my highlight tape and shit. So I remember part of it was like when we go there and then it's a showing. You walk in, it's an auditorium. You walk in, you turn in your highlight tape. Okay. It's about fucking 100+ kids there. And
going into, were you nervous and shit? Like
no. What I'm saying is just like what I was getting to is 100 kids there. So picture everybody bringing a highlight tape. They're not playing everybody's shit. Yeah. They don't know who I am. So I mean, shit. Only thing I don't know if y'all religious or that's just God.
Yeah.
So it was just like I put my shit. They picked mine and they popped it in. And like you said, I remember my fucking.
That was meant to be, man.
I had the Drake song "Closer to My Dreams."
That's a badass song, by the way.
Yeah, fuck. That's one of my favorite songs to this day. But I remember they popped my shit in.
You started hearing the song, you're like, oh, what's up?
But how Blackie used to do it was he would put like a picture and then he would have your stats.
Yeah.
And then he would leave it there for a long time.
Okay.
But the picture he chose, I didn't have on my past. Like I just
I
was like
right.
this. It was national anthem, so I had my hand on my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I remember a song started playing. I forgot his name.
That's
it was
crazy.
A funny ass dude.
That's
like,
crazy,
oh
bro.
shit, this pretty boy ass nigga. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then like it just got the plan, and then I was like, okay, they was watching it, and then I don't know if you remember, somewhere here against Garfield, I jumped over somebody.
Yeah.
So it was just watching it. I had a cool, okay, and then when I jumped over to everybody in the auditorium said, oh, yeah. And then the next song was a Lil Wayne Ice Cream Paint Job.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember that song, bro.
You know,
But-
with the no ceilings, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
boom.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
after
makes
that,
sense.
everybody just after I jumped it, drinks. It was a slow. So
Yeah.
he started. Everybody was just like
Like,
rocking
oh.
with it. Then after it finished, it was like, hey, where you at? Like stand up. And then everybody just like fucking like gave me like standing ovation and shit.
I just feel right there, like you're. Well, keep in mind, you're gonna compete against these other players.
Even
you know,
before
so-
me, like you had motherfuckers like I just remember like high school people. This dude like his name was like Todd Barr. You had dudes from like fucking Esperanza, Edison, like 3, 4, 5-star seniors. I'm a little 10th grader, you know what I'm saying? So they played their shit first and committed to UCLA. I'm just like fuck. So I mean, it was kind of dope, but I'm a shy dude. You know what I'm saying? So to myself, so it's like I hear everybody clapping, I'm zoned out like fuck. I'm still
It's
feeling
still
like,
like, oh,
Yeah,
they just play my video, like my highlight
it wasn't
tape.
more so a shock, but just I've never been a flashy dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like attention like that. So I was just like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? If I could turn red, my ass would have turned red. You know what I'm saying? I'm black as fuck.
I let you go red.
Yeah, so
Hey, bro, we got that problem. We turn red real
but
quick.
you know, like fuck, like you just feel all eyes on you. And I just remember, shout out to Courtney Morgan. He at Alabama right now. He's the recruitment coordinator. I walked out and he came up to me like, hey man, I'm finna send your highlight tape to my guy Adrian Clint, he was the offensive line coach at his name's Adrian Clint. He played with Brady too. He got a couple Super Bowl rings.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he sent them my highlight tape and shit. That same night, he's like, hey man, like they just watched your highlight tape. They gonna get you offer. They gonna offer you a scholarship. Like,
Damn.
what the fuck? Like you serious? And that was juice. It was juice.
Yeah.
And then that summer, I went my whole junior year though. I didn't get another offer.
And then so junior, so they got a new coach at this point, right? Your junior.
No. We still have Pony Side.
It was the senior.
Senior, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, whole senior year. Whole junior year, I didn't get went through football season.
Okay. But he still had great stats though. Like, I think you guys went to the second round, right? That year?
Nah, we got for the first round.
Was first round?
Junior year, we got for the first round.
Oh, but that's what you guys were D1 right there, right?
Yeah, we ain't never. We was D2.
D2.
We should have won the game. We were up actually, but shit happens. They came back. We lost in double overtime. I think. Hey, fucking Panorama.
City.
Okay, and then your senior season comes out, and
that's when
that's
when shit, like so.
Like,
I remember even after my junior, I'm like, fuck, nothing. You know what I'm
win,
saying?
like,
But I'm still, I'm grateful. I'm like, shit, I got one. You know what I'm saying? Tucked away like that's. No, it's still a verbal. Anything can happen, but that's tucked away. And I remember thinking about it now. It's like I remember I got a little fucking flyer from Idaho University. I was happy as fuck. Like, that was my first letter. What the fuck? Like, okay.
what was it, like an invitation for like
for a camp?
For a camp?
Yeah, it was an invitation for a camp. Yeah, so I got that. That was during track season. I remember I had a track meet that day.
Oh,
so,
okay.
But I mean, shit just kind of flew by. I was still doing B2G.
You did it for 2 years consecutively, or?
Yeah, I did it from South all the way to. Then we went out. We went to Texas for nationals. Like we went to Vegas and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. But I just remember my senior year, like after week 1 or 2, I was like, "Fuck it, man!" Like, knock on wood, like God forbids anything, something happens. Let me just before they take it away.
Stay healthy.
And I committed. I gave a verbal commit. Like, I called them like, "Hey."
Did they pressure you to like to sign?
And this was with SMU.
SMU.
Okay.
Fuck it, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Verbally,
yeah.
Because nothing's till you sign, but I'm going. And I kid you not, like, I was still at school, so it was maybe like I called him like during lunchtime or some shit. And by fucking the Utah coach came that same day. This when the coaches start coming up to the school.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So the Utah coach comes in. He heard I got offer. Like made a call. It's like we gonna get you an offer. Fuck. I swear to God, maybe an hour later, 2 hours later, I look Rivals.
Yeah.
I had an offer from Oregon.
Oh shit.
Like, what the fuck?
Oregon Ducks?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that and then that shit just started to fucking
accumulate.
From the first Utah offer. After that shit just started
popping up.
Yeah, popping up. I remember maybe by the third game, I remember the Ole Miss coach came. He kind of got wind of me, heard about me. He watched my highlight tape in the class. And
that's the SEC, right?
Mississippi. Oh yeah, that's where So boy from DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, my niece is going there.
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. They watched my highlights and right after he made a call, like, hey, we're gonna offer you. So I mean, it should just start racking up from there.
So then, at what point does Washington
Give
make
me the
that
picture.
Fuck, Washington
State. All right.
Washington State.
Yeah,
State.
So Washington State, honestly, they sometime in the season they made it was a Saturday, I remember. They came up there and Coach D just told me to start too. He's like, man, he's not fucking going there, but you can talk to him if you want to. Because I had a lot of offers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I wasn't gonna go there. But I heard him out, talked to him a little bit.
Yeah, this is still Washington State, right?
Yeah, they offered me or whatever. I remember like a week later, they were the first team to actually college to actually send me an offer letter, like stating everything else was verbal with like everybody else.
Okay.
Later in the turn signing day, that's when people start sending them out.
Mailing out the letters and stuff.
Yeah, but they actually got. I'm like, oh.
They got ahead of the game.
I got it. He's like, my coach like, you want this shit? I'm like, yeah. I opened it like I'm not going there.
I'll hold it, whatever.
But it wasn't until Coach Mastro, he was at UCLA. He's a running backs coach up there. He went when Coach Mike Leach got hired. Rest in peace, Mike Leach.
Mike Leach.
When he got hired, he called me.
Mike Leach.
Yeah, Mike Leach called me. Mastro called me like, "What's up?" Like, because they used to call me the human joystick in high school. So that's when he called me. He's like, "So what's up?" He's like, "Man, it's like, how you been?" Like, because they was UCLA was supposed to offer, but they kept Bush. We're gonna offer, come to the camp. Came to the camp. We're gonna offer you come again. Like, yeah. So I mean, he was on that part of that coaching staff, so he kind of knew what I was. So when he coming in, he's seeing all the people they already offered. So they're either gonna re-offer some of the people, take some back. Like, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the last staff we worked with you. Like, so he called me, and then I got on the phone with Leach. So I'm like, okay.
And it's serious, like.
Yeah, he's like, hey, we'd love to have you, all that type of shit. And then I remember my boy Gabe Marks. He went to Venice. He went to B2G too with me. My boy, one of my best friends, KP. He went to Sarah. We just all we all had got offers, so it's like, oh, hey, like, you wanna go? You wanna go? Like,
do you think it was designed to bring all you guys in together?
I mean, I honestly think the only reason why I went, I feel like they was probably one of the only schools that kept it real with me, kept it 100 from the jump. When it came, like, man, we're gonna red shirt you. We're gonna gray shirt you, which is like not a red shirt. So I stayed home the first season. Like,
what's the difference between a gray and a red shirt?
Gray shirt is basically your clock on. Like, I wasn't even in school, so basically, from how I understand it, I graduated my senior year, so basically I took a semester off.
Okay.
So I didn't go with everybody else. Like, my class, I didn't go because they go in the summer. I didn't go right away. I sat out the fall semester, and I enrolled in January of 2013.
So that would be winter, right?
Yeah, but it makes it seem like I enrolled in college early. Because I went through the first semester, but then when fall came, I was still a freshman. You know what I'm saying? But I already had a semester.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah. So that was straight. I remember. Offers and stuff. I took a couple visits because you get 5 official visits. I took one to SMU. I took one to Utah, and then I took one to two that I Washington State actually. But it was crazy how that worked. I didn't know when you grade shirt you could still look other places. They didn't tell me that part.
Wow.
So that's why they gave me another official, because you only get one official offer per school. But that's why they gave me another one. That's why the official visits. I'm like, why the fuck that? But when I was there, they're like, oh, because you could have went somewhere else. Like, I'm like,
hey man, y'all should have told me I would have left.
I probably would have still went there, but yeah, I showed up to Utah, man. There was recruitment this whole time for offense. I'm thinking, coach replying to me, offensive coach, and when I get there, I meet with the coach, and we go to the DB room.
Oh wow!
They put on film, so I look at my dad.
Yeah, like, how are you feeling this? Like, they want to play defense? Like, what?
No, I kind of figured what they were saying. They're like, yeah, this is all that. And then I met with Kyle Winningham. He's like, man, we want you to play DB. I was like, in the moment, I'm not gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, you know. Okay. But in my head, I already X'd them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was that. But I only took 3.
I'm so sorry. Who was that one?
Utah.
Oh, Utah.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Interesting. I find it interesting that coaches will do things like that. Like the guy that was like the big player out of my school, his name was Zion Bab, and
Bab?
Zion Bab, Babb, I think. He was my grade, and he ended up going to Notre Dame. And then when he got there, he played wide receiver. I think he was like, I don't know, 6'1" or some shit like that.
Okay.
And he went to Notre Dame, and then for whatever reason, from being like he was going to be a receiver, then last I had heard was they were switching him over to DB.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I don't really want to play that. I don't
DB
really want to
shit,
play that."
6'1"?
And then he was just like, and I guess he kind of just watched out from that.
See, a
I
lot
think
of
he's
times,
like a model now or some shit.
a lot of times, that,
Nah.
Hey,
A lot of-
it's a model.
Yeah,
a lot of
like a
times,
model
like
now, huh?
they fuck over a lot of people. I mean, I'm sorry, they won't tell you until you get there. Like I done had a couple of teammates, like they came in, promised them the world. When they got there, didn't even play it down. You get what I'm saying? So
Damn.
Okay, so
switch positions, all kind of shit.
all right. So if they would have told you right there, like, you know what, Rob, we want to switch over to DB, would you would have made the switch and adjusted, or
No, I wanted to play.
so you already had your mindset on?
Thinking back on it now, I probably would have been a better defensive player. I feel like, but I mean, I'm still happy with
With the outcome.
with
That
the outcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But who knows? I mean, that's always those hypotheticals where you just never know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so there's a question I always like thought to myself. Well, it's like self-explanatory, right? But like, so the discipline, obviously, right? It's way more different from high school level going to the collegiate level, right?
Yeah and no, because high school, you got your fucking mom, dad, get up, take your ass to school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Coaches, where you ain't in class, da da da. Why you miss practice? Da, da. In college, you become a fucking adult, bro. Ain't nobody gonna wake you up for school. Ain't nobody gonna wake you up for workouts. I mean, they gonna blow your phone up, like, because if I don't go, all y'all motherfuckers get in trouble. Well, at least that's how it was. Where like, oh, somebody late. Well, y'all gonna do up downs till he show up, or you know what I'm saying, or they might continue to work out. But when I get there, I'm fucked. I got some type of discipline. But ain't nobody gonna hold your hand. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying? So as far as that, it forces you to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, you got to show up for your team. Actually, that's a really good question that I'd like to put out to you. Like any sport, doesn't matter what it is. What do you think is the biggest contributing factor on whether or not you are the person that's willing to sacrifice for your team? Like, what makes the difference between the guys with the hot heads and that maybe think that they're above, or just aren't willing to put it all out on the line for their team, and then the ones that are always willing to fucking put their fucking line, put their ass right
I mean,
there.
I feel like once it gets to the collegiate level, I mean, it's just all about your plans after. Because, I mean, you got people that just riding the wave. Hey, I'm on the football team, girls, da da da. You got people that's trying to feed their families, make it to the next level, go to the NFL. And you got people who also trying to do that, but maybe they just ain't got the talent. Maybe just they not, because a lot of times they just might not be at the right school.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's sometimes where shit don't be working. You see people transfer. You get what I'm saying? When I was there, you transfer, you had to sit out a year.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it was
and that was mandatory.
Yeah.
Or?
Mandatory, unless you was a college graduate. Like if you graduated,
okay.
Because sometimes people redshirt. You graduate early, you can go wherever you want and don't have to sit out. It's called a grad transfer.
Grad transfer.
But other than that, it's like you're stuck, or if you choose to go somewhere else, you gotta sit out a year, unless you go down the division, I believe. You transfer down to like D1AA or something like that. You can play right away. But I just feel like, that's the difference. I mean, depending on what your intentions is, you know what I'm saying? Some people are looking at it as a job, trying to feed my family, or personal aspirations. Like, this always been my dream to go to the NFL. I'm going to put it all out. You know what I'm saying? Give or take. So a lot of times coaching staff got a lot to do with it. Some players don't want to play for certain coaches. And that happens a lot more than you think, you know what I'm saying? It might not be the head coach, it might be a personal position coach, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different factors, you know what I'm saying? Some people they got the talent but get caught up in partying and girls, and it's like they kind of fall out. So
I wanted to touch on that a little bit. Like, so obviously you get to college, we all hear the stories, whether you're an athlete or non-athlete, right?
Yeah.
Like, people go to school, like, hey, you know what, like, they make their decision because it's a part of school, or you know what, like, yeah, you know what, they have the best parties, the frat parties or whatnot, right? So like my question to you is this, like, was it hard to separate that, like the having too much fun and then your football career?
Honestly, I mean, it was hard, but it wasn't really hard. I mean, because my first year I redshirted, was kind of in my part. I didn't really pick up as fast as I thought. Like I was kind of struggling with the play. Like so, sometimes I run a play and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not doing the right thing. So I wasn't out there being fluid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like it was kind of. It took me a while to pick up, not the speed or nothing, just like mentally, like the plays and all that shit. So my freshman year, I mean, I redshirted. So once I knew I was redshirted, well, I didn't know to three games into the season.
3 games into the season? They made you redshirt 3 games into the season?
Yeah, so I was still iffy. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, because you got to, I think that's the cutoff.
Okay.
3 games before, like, so I remember they sat me down in the office. I remember we played Southern Utah, and it was like, hey, like, we don't want to waste your year. And I remember a walk-on played after me. I mean, played before me. He was a freshman too, but there was like, we'd rather
waste before.
It's like you're not gonna really like. We don't want to waste your year on like 30% for like getting in here and there. Like we'll rather
you want them much full throttle, like
yeah. Basically, we don't really care about his.
Okay, I feel it.
Yeah. So they told me that. So after that, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of checked out a little bit.
Mentally, right?
Mentally,
yeah.
So I was like, you know, fuck it, you get what I'm saying. But we would do scout team. But I would get a scout team hell though, like. Hell yeah, because every team we played, like we played Oregon, like we played scout team, so offense and defense will break, they'll break up, and I would always have to wear the jersey of like whoever was playing, like their best receiver and shit like that. But I mean, but in there, I didn't. They show you
that's crazy.
Like
see,
you go to the
huddle. I
never
even heard of that.
You go to the huddle and they show you the play, like you got this. So it was I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I got. Let me fucking run it. So I mean, I was twitching my ass with that shit. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I kind of got a lot of that shit out, partying and shit like that. I mean, I still did it all years, but I kind of got it out the way.
Okay. You did it hard early, and then I was like, all right, cool.
I wouldn't even really say that because because I mean, I wasn't. I was.
He's a little dude, huh? Like it's just like
no, because I'm saying like once I started playing, like after like a game, like we finna go get fucked up. We just won, like we had a couple big wins. No, once I started getting into the bars, I think when I was 21, that's like here and there. Like when I was 20, 19, like. We had to sneak in. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was hit or miss if we got in. But once I was 21, I was like, man, we going. It was lit. So I couldn't really say when I hit it hard because it was kind of just scattered. Depending on the situation, you get what I'm saying?
Depending on opportunity. That's cool. So at what point did you start like playing more consistently, and then like what was that change like for you?
Shit. Like I said, my redshirt freshman year, how Leach's system was shit. We ran a 2-man system, so every receiver was 2 deep, and we would rotate every 2 plays.
Oh, okay.
So
he was doing that so everyone could get touches, or
that just because we passed on this. I mean, I don't know, but don't give it. It was up to like to certain times, like certain plays. Like say if we rotate 2-2, but the third play is a play designed for me to be in, I'll get in. Or like I know it was like okay, you going 2-2-2, but every third down. He's gonna be in. It depends on how your position coach, whatever, do it. But my redshirt year, I played after River Craycraft. He started.
So it was.
He was basically the starter.
So you guys were the tandem though? You and him?
Well, me and him were. I played Y, so me and him were at one slot, and then there was 2 more people at the other slot. So I was basically behind him, but we were rotated. But me and him didn't rotate every 2 plays.
And he's currently the wide receiver for the Dolphins, right?
Yeah. So it was like that. And he got hurt against the first game of the year against Rutgers.
Oh, wow.
So the next game we played Nevada. So I got the start. That was my first game.
And this is still your redshirt freshman?
Yeah, redshirt freshman year.
Damn, that's. So you got in.
So after that, like I mean, I got more playing time, but my sophomore, my junior year is where I started. Like I was a starter on the opposite side.
And so you were the X?
I was the H. It's called H. So H is the left slot on. Like if we go doubles, slide on the left.
Because it's XYZ and then it will be the H then, or
it's X H Y Z.
Okay, so the X and Z are the receivers, right? Left and right.
Yeah. So the X is on the left side, the Z is on the right side, and then the H. Well, at least how we did it. Everybody's shit different.
Yeah.
The H is the slot on the left, and the Y is the slot on the right.
Okay.
Yeah. So your biggest game, if I could fast forward just a little bit, but your biggest game throughout your collegiate career, well, what would it be? Because so Washington State it was in the Pac-12, right? So obviously you had games against SC, UCLA, right? So
it's hard to say. Probably like I would have to say Arizona State my junior year because I mean I had 3 catches for 97 yards and I had like
Dang, you went 3 for 97 that game.
yeah. I caught a drag for like 50 yards and that was like one of my first times where I actually got to catch it and run after the catch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, I mean, I caught those people around or I ran, none of that. But probably have to say that game just because it was 3 for 97.
Yeah.
But it was just a lot of different other games where I had a lot of big moments. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, can you describe them, the big moments?
Shit, I remember. Was that my sophomore year? We played Rutgers. I want to say that was my sophomore year at Rutgers. We were driving down to score, and we were down by like 6 or something. It was like 40 some seconds left
For the game, right?
for the game, and it was like 4th and 8 or something like that. And shit, I caught an out route to keep the drive going, but we were already past the 50, so caught a like an out route to keep the drive going, and then we ended up scoring like a couple of plays later. So to me, that was like one of the first like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
they trust you with the ball in your hands, right? Like
yeah, and I mean that later that whole year, I mean, I was open a lot, but a lot of my catches would come on third down.
Third down.
Yeah, that's nice.
See, so you know the catch on third down, right? On a Renfro.
What he means to say, the best third down catcher, Keenan Allen. No, but that's sweet, bro. And at that point in time, or at what point in time, who are your quarterbacks at what point in times?
So my freshman year, the quarterback was Connor Holiday.
Holiday?
Yeah. And then my freshman year and my redshirt freshman year was Connor Holiday.
Do you know about him, like of him?
Not until I got there.
No, but so like afterwards, like did he get drafted or?
He got picked up by the because later that year we played SC. So my first time playing against USC, he broke his leg.
Oh shit!
So then so it was like the third to last game. Yeah, he broke his leg. So that was his senior year, but he still ended up getting picked up by the Redskins. At the time, they were the Redskins, not the Commanders. And then he left on his own.
He just decided.
He went. They picked him up, and from what I know, might be wrong, but he left camp. Like, he just gave up football.
It just wasn't for him no more.
Yeah, he wasn't cut or nothing like that. From what I know, he just left.
So your sophomore year, Luke Falk, you said?
Yeah. Luke kind of took over after Connor got hurt, so he took over. It was like I said, the USC game. That was actually my redshirt freshman. No, it was my redshirt freshman year when Luke took over. Like the last couple of games, he threw my first touchdown. My first touchdown.
Really?
My first touchdown was against USC.
Oh shit!
So I mean, that was kind of
here in LA. Or
no, I was out there,
but
my first touchdown was against USC, so that was pretty dope.
Hey, you see like how the world revolves around everything, huh? Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's dope.
And then the following week, I got another touch, so it was kind of weird. Like once.
Well, was it like? Did you see him looking at you more, like down the field wise, or you just happened to be at the right place at the right time?
It was a little bit of both. I mean, you know how it is with quarterbacks; they got their certain targets. So, I felt like Connor was already like, he had his go-tos, and you know what I'm saying. There's no knock towards him, but I mean, he already knew who he wanted to throw it to. So, and if I was open, I mean, then it was like, motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
tuition zone, but but I mean, me and Luke always had a cool relationship, so I mean, we kind of always gelled. Pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, the following season, we just kind of picked up from there. My targets went up. My catches obviously went up. Probably my junior year or my sophomore year was probably one of my best years.
Sophomore year? And Luke was still your quarterback.
I would say my junior year was probably my best year. But my sophomore year definitely picked up. Me and Luke was still my quarterback. We were the same class, so.
Oh, okay.
So, and then at what point
Motherfucker, not because it took my number too, so that's the reason why I didn't wear 4.
Oh, Luke. Yeah, you're right. Actually, so did he end up leaving early to the draft or?
Nah, Luke stayed off 4
Yeah.
years. Shit.
Because he did get drafted though, right? Because I think I remember seeing
Yeah, he got.
I think sixth round or something like that, right?
Drafted to the Jets. No.
Oh, it was man, I forgot. Was it the Jets?
Yeah, it was the Jets.
Because it was like 6th or 7th round,
Yeah,
right?
because he
Around
got to
there.
play against Tom Brady. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
He
you see
actually
it?
played a game against him.
Yeah, because I think the quarterback got hurt and he was next in line. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's amazing. You see,
That's
like
really dope.
dreams come true and shit, huh? Like.
So my question is, at some point you start playing with Gardner Minshew, you said, right?
Yeah, that was so.
The greatest quarterback right in the NFL,
So
right?
basically, after my sophomore year, my junior year, going into my senior year, a week before the first game, I tore my ACL.
Is it your junior year?
My senior year. Our last scrimmage in fall camp. So, so I tore my ACL, and then I thought because I already gray shirted and red shirted, thought it was a wrap. So kind of was down a little bit. Was in a little slump. Didn't really care too much. I stopped going to class and shit. Like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
We went to a bowl game. I was just no longer for a ride.
My
rehab and shit was already kind of done by that point. Because I did it early in August, so by December, it was kind of.
So obviously, like you going to playing at the collegiate level, right? You have aspirations of obviously making it to NFL, right?
Yeah.
So once you suffer like a major injury like that, like how are you mentally? Like,
I was honestly at the moment I wasn't really thinking about NFL. It was just like fuck, it's my senior year. Like whether it's high school, like
okay.
You were kind of living in the moment, living in that time.
Yeah, and the thing was like, because we had Gabe, we had River, like I said, and Vince Melee was there, Don Williams, like everybody. We had a lot of dope receivers. We were known for having good receivers, but coming into that year, like me and Luke, the whole summer, we were throwing together. Like it was fun. I knew it was going to be like he was going to look for me 10 times more than what he was. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be basically like his security. Like I felt like, you know what I'm saying? But I guess shit happens for a reason. So I tore my shit non-contact.
Those are the most dangerous ones, right? Like when it's non-contact.
Were you doing like a cut or something, or just like kind of walking?
I was running a route and I run a corner route. Go to corner route. So here, 10 yards and up at an angle, up at an angle. And the ball was kind of behind me, and I stopped to turn around, and my leg just got stuck. And then my body went this way, but my leg just stayed. And boom. It wasn't really painful. Like you can see in the video, like before my whole body, I grabbed my knee. I went down, but I didn't think too much of it because like I went to the tent, it was a scrimmage, so they do the little test and shit like that. They kind of looked at each other.
It's serious.
Yeah, but going to the fucking locker room, like I'm jogging and I'm running.
What? You're still able to like?
I'm running. Swear to God, running. I don't know, adrenaline, running.
Yeah.
I'm planning hard.
It's just like maybe that's sprain or something, or
went to the took me to the training room. He did the little test. Especially they could pull it a certain way. They know he's like,
it's hard.
Tore it. Just like what the fuck? They took me out the little room. They put ice on it and shit. All the coaches and shit came up after. Obviously they got the news and shit. Yeah. Every last single coach came up.
Yeah.
And I just remember like that night. When they put ice on it and shit and they elevated it. I just remember like I got off the table. I'm thinking I'm gonna still be able to walk.
Yeah.
Fuck, I stepped down, but fuck the whole leg just gave. I didn't fall, but my leg just gave out. So they gave me crutches and shit. That night was crazy, man. I just remember going home and I couldn't even cry, bro. I wanted to so bad, but I couldn't.
You're just in your mind a lot.
Yeah, eventually, like just that later that night, I did for a while too.
Yeah,
I remember even like calling my dad, like telling him like,
"Hey, that's happening."
My ACL is like, stop playing with me, like, cause I fuck around a lot. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? So no, he's like, I just remember that.
That's
like,
the one.
Fuck, like, and I always tell people like, imagine like I told him I'm sorry and I got hurt, but I'm telling him like, I feel like I let people down. You know what I'm saying? But, so you live and learn.
Because what? So the way I picture this, I never been a top athlete, even at a high school level, right? So I think I can only imagine like all the weight you had to carry, because obviously you have all this pressure around you, right? Like whether it be family or friends or just like fans, you know. So like once there's something like so severe or something like that, you know, obviously like it's gonna weigh you down a bit, right? So what I'm trying to say is I guess I could imagine the pressure or how you felt, you know, like because something like that, obviously, and then keep in mind you're still what 18, 19 years old at this point.
Nah,
20, 21?
like 23.
Okay, so a 23-year-old, you know, so and then at this point you're already knowing like, damn, this is my senior year, like how am I gonna come back? Like and then that's why I asked you earlier.
I thought,
like,
I mean, like honestly, I thought it was done. Like I said, but I stopped going to class and shit. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I was doing my rehab and shit still. I thought honestly after the season, I was done, but still, they were gonna continue to pay for my scholarship for the last January through the last semester. So
that's a beautiful thing.
So I stopped going, and I started training for my pro day because I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna give it. Even though I didn't play, I'm gonna give it.
And then your pro day was
March,
following
March.
So
I toured in August, and my pro day was
damn,
March.
bro, that's not even a full year, bro.
I still ran my 40. I recovered fast. I still ran my 40. I think it was like a 4.5 ish.
Yeah.
4.5, 4.6. But
okay.
I mean that was. No, I didn't go to no facility. That was just me, whole wheel, whatever.
You see, but coming back from my ACL and then
that's
you give it
they say that you don't
short amount of time, bro. Like
they say that you don't fully heal from ACL until or regain your explosiveness for at least a year.
So I mean, I did that. I still ran like a 4.6, but that was just me, just thugging it out. Yeah, I mean, I had, like I said, like Luke had he had a trial with the Chargers. I went with him. It was just me, him, in there. He was throwing to me. So that was a cool experience.
Did they did you have any sort of conversation with them? With the
scouts
or anything?
Small conversation and shit like that. But I mean, oh yeah, they asked me, they like you, whatever. Yeah. Which was
this is when they were in San Diego.
No, yeah.
That's dope.
San Diego, yeah.
Man, it's not dope because it's Chargers. You know I hate the Chargers, man.
After we win?
Shit. That I don't know.
Or Mike McCoy. Remember, black guy or white guy?
It was assistants there, so I okay. The scouts.
Probably the OCs right there, maybe or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really there, like, but I mean, they liked me. He's like, they like you a lot or whatever. But maybe like, and then we were supposed to have another one. Fuck, what team was it? It was another team we were supposed to have one out in the field, but they ended up canceling the last minute. But I say that to say this: I went with him because I showed him he wanted me to run routes for him again. But mind you, I still didn't sign the agent yet. So I'm in the football building. Everybody was so and then the football operations dude was like, "Hey, Rob, like, you know you can get your year back." What do you mean?
Yeah,
he said it was just a new rule that passed that if you redshirted and it wasn't your fault, and you got hurt, like you can get it back basically. You know, redshirt's supposed to be medical, right? But a lot of schools use it to develop players. They use it to. You're not ready. They feel like you're not ready yet. They want you to pick a weight. Well, you ready athletic, but you don't know to play. Oh, they don't want to rush your year. They'll rush your. So I was able to get it back. But the thing was, I wasn't going to school no more.
You already had graduated, right?
So I needed to pass all my classes.
Oh,
I wasn't doing schoolwork for like 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, I just ended up emailing one of my fucking professors a side back story and get makeup work, and I ended up making it. So I got my year back. But the only reason I was able to get my year back because I didn't jump the gun and sign the agent. If I would have signed the agent,
So you're giving back this year, right? Mm-hmm. Were you able to finish off the season?
I finished off the season, but I mean, I had to sit down with. I had a new position coach. He ended up passing away like a couple years ago. His name was Dave Nichols. But me and him, we didn't really
see eye to eye.
Yeah, and like I remember when I first got back. All the coaches were excited and shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially because he knew the system, right?
And I sat down with him, and he's like, yeah, like, you know, I got a lot of people say, oh, you get Rob Blue back. He's like, yeah, but, you know, I got a lot of other guys, too. I should have caught that right then and there, but he's like, but I'm going to give all you guys the opportunity to earn.
And from what you said earlier, right, you're able to transfer out, right, if you chose to, right?
But, yeah. I could have.
Yeah,
and that's why I would have, like, thinking back on it, he could have kept it
100
with me, but he didn't. I feel like he wanted me around for leadership purposes to be the old guy in the room and all that
Okay.
shit. But like right away from camp, like I mean, I just started. I remember like we doing 1-on-1s, and he's telling the other like, you see how he ran around right here.
So why don't you put him in, bro?
But,
Like,
what it was, they had a lot of young guys, which they had good talent.
Yeah.
But no, obviously, if I played, they probably would have fucking transferred. So I thought they, from how I'm looking at it, they thought, well, he was like, let me do long run and
yeah.
whatever. So I mean, my whole last year, I just played special team here and there, like kickoff return, punt, stupid shit. I was zoned out. I was out of it.
So once you knew that you weren't being like that player to being like being work around the system, right? Like be included in it. Like you think you just like, you know what, like
I mean,
fuck
it was
it.
kind of the every game. The hope like somebody fucks up,
Yeah.
and I get an opportunity.
Okay.
Kind of never really came. I was kind of waiting for that. Like first two games, like the people that started, they didn't really do too much.
They weren't
like,
making.
okay, like I mean, he stuck with him and wrote it out. Just I mean, it was what it was.
And your last year, that was Minshew already. It was Gardner Minshew.
And that's the thing, when Gardner Minshew came in, it wasn't for sure because we had rest in peace, Tyler Helinski. He committed suicide.
Yeah.
He was supposed to
you spoke
honestly
about
start. So, but Gardner came in as a transfer. But before Gardner became like Gardner, he was a cool dude. Like I mean, I started throwing with him. It was just me, him, and then my boy Kyle Sweet. So I still throwing with Gardner all summer. Like he'd come pick us up in the summer, we'd go throw. So I mean, it was whatever. I mean, I thought I was gonna come in and play. I mean, Gardner was throwing all summer, shit like that, but he can't control what the coaches do.
I would have thought like the coaches would have at least taken his like, hey, who do you already throw with? Who do you feel comfortable with?
But
and then who
has that chemistry with, right?
Like if I'm a coach.
One thing about Leach, not coach, one thing about Leach, like I remember he brought it up to me. He was like, yeah, because I even asked Leach, like I was on the elevator with him. Like, yeah, I even asked Coach Nickel, like, hey, what do you think about moving him to outside? He's like, nah. Yeah, so it was just like,
oh man. Like,
but thinking back, it's just like all kind of shit. I should have just maybe tried defense out. Maybe I could have got on the field on defense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If you listen to our defense, what position would you have liked to play?
I probably would have been like a nickel.
Slot corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was just. I mean, I ain't gonna say he had it off, but he just all around the board. He just because even my dog Kyle, like Kyle was dope.
Is that the linebacker, right? You said?
No, he played receiver.
He played receiver.
He started, but a lot of the year his knee was fucked up, so he was like a lot of practice he'd be limping. He still didn't throw me in, so I was just like, all right, like he really don't like me. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think you gave him a reason to, or
do you have a type?
I think because he was the outside receiver coach for a while, and then the outside receivers didn't like him, so they switched him. They threw him to. Cause he was very militant and like serious all the time and shit like that. And I don't know. I think personally, like me thinking back on it, like the GA, I told the GA I didn't like him. So I might be wrong, but I think the GA said, "Hey, Rob don't like you."
Wow,
I think I'm not for sure, but that's the only hunch that I can get. That like, why else would he do that? You know? I might be wrong. But remember, like I said, I was checked out this bowl game. Like he organized the group. Like, hey, we all gonna go to Top Golf. I didn't go with them. Like, and as they was leaving to go to Top Golf, I'm coming back. I'm walking back. This is a bowl game. Walking back to the hotel. Like I walked right past them. So I don't know if he had a salty. I don't know. We just didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so me as obviously he was an adult, grown, older dude, right? Whatever, which he is, right? So like, obviously you want to embrace all your players, you know, whether it's like, I mean, they're gonna play or not. You know, you always got to keep everyone ready. You know, because especially in the football field, like you know what's gonna happen, bro. You know,
my thing is after jump, like hey man, I'm planning on going with these two right here. You want to stay? You can stay, but this is what I'm doing. Let me just don't tell me you're gonna give me an opportunity. You never give me the opportunity to play.
Okay. Don't give me a sense of false hope.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So, I mean, everything happened for a reason, though. I mean, I'm happy with how everything turned out. Now, you know what I'm saying. It took a while for me to process. You know what I'm saying, but
so question: if you could do things all over again, okay, and I'm telling you from like high school, like, would you change everything, or would you like dissect it and be like, all right, look, I should have done this instead of that, or just like the whole process?
I ain't gonna be one of them. Like I ain't gonna say, oh, I would never like, because everybody. I wouldn't change nothing. I like how. I mean, like if I could go back, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily like. I would do that and like nitpick, but I mean, I probably would transfer my senior year. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because one of my goals always in life was to go to that for at least get a tryout. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I feel like, who knows? Maybe I would have got drafted. Maybe I wouldn't have. Maybe I would have got picked up as a free agent.
Yeah.
Probably would have been more likely. But just the thought I would have like been able to attend a camp, like I would have been cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But just how shit turned out for me, like after like I told myself I never really played another. I mean, I scored a touchdown, but in garbage minutes. But it was just like whatever. But I mean, I probably would transfer like after I got my year back.
Well, so well, me, I'm gonna get a little not personal, right? But like the relationship that we built over these past few years, right? Like I've asked him plenty of times while I'm cutting his hair, like, hey, Rob, like, how do you feel? You know, like in other words, trying to just like pick his brain. He's always answered the same thing. Nah, man, like I'm happy, bro. Like I'm genuinely happy. I mean, shit. If I would have got to NFL, cool. If not, then I mean, I'm cool. Like
I mean, it took a while to process it. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those things. Was like anytime a person talks, it's like they bring up football. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I've been. And it's like, damn, bro. Say what's up? How you been? Like let's talk about shit, something else. But hey, it's always football. You still playing? You still? So I mean, it took. That's what made it take longer for me to get over it.
Yeah. It was part of your identity for a long time.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what I told him, because I like, look, bro. So at least around here, like Watts or Southgate, shit. I think maybe even Linwood. But like you mentioned Robert Lewis, like, oh yeah, he's a football player, right? He went to Washington State, or he was killing shit right here and this Eastern League, you know, because you know like that's how you said it, like it was his identity, right? So that's when he told me that. I'm like, damn, you know what, bro? I never thought about it that way, you know. So once he mentioned that, I'm like, you know what, bro? Like you're right. Like it's difficult to get past something if it keeps getting brought up, you know. So like once we had the conversation, like I'm like,
I think
you know
the
what?
most part about it is how it ended. Like if I would have never got hurt and it just didn't work out, I was like, But it's always those what ifs.
What ifs?
I probably, even if I did tear, I probably never would have. But it's always that what if, like I never got hurt.
If you really,
I didn't get to finish out on how I wanted to finish out
on your own terms, right? Like,
and that's why like people always like, because I mean they couple like when I was hurt, a couple coaches asked like, hey, you want to start coaching with us? But I was just so mentally like I'm checked out. I was checked out mentally. I'm like,
okay, so obviously now like you're coaching right here at Southeast, right?
I mean, I just kind of help out because my nephew there. But
yeah, so I was gonna ask you, like, you going throughout the whole process you went through, right? So his little nephew's a star himself. He's really good, you know. So like, do you like tell him about your past experiences and like what not to do and what to do, or like?
I mean, I don't necessarily tell him what not to do and what to do, but I just let him know what he's doing.
Okay.
If you plan on getting here, you need to step it up.
Okay.
Don't get caught up in thinking
unnecessary stuff.
No, basically don't get caught up in thinking you this big fish in a small pond here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's you gonna have to work because when you might still be the big fish right here, but when you get to these camps and in college, it's motherfuckers from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna get in basically all the time. You gonna get in what you put out. You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
One thing I didn't get a chance to ask you during the time we were talking about the camps and stuff was majority of the camps that you went to, they were all skill camps, like skill type player camps, or just overall.
It was just overall
football camps, like O line, D line.
Yeah. Like I went to the Stanford camp. I actually won MVP for the running backs at the Stanford camp.
Oh wow.
I went, like I said, I went to the UCLA camp, but it's everything. You know, they split you up to receivers, DBs, 1-on-1s, O-line does, D-line, O-line drills. Quarterbacks, obviously, they throw with the 1-on-1s and 7-on-7 and shit like that. I went to, it's called Gridiron, in Florida, at the Disney Resort. They break the teams from West, Midwest, Southeast, East, like, you know. There's hella people that played in that game that's, like, I mean, it was like a little tournament. You know what I'm saying? So,
was there people that made it to the league right now?
And that one, and that one 7-on-7?
It's 7-on-7.
Okay, cool.
It was on ESPN. Like, they showed every game on ESPN. Came in, we had like 3 different uniforms, Under Armours, and I remember I just came back with a whole bunch of shit.
There's a lot of gear, huh? A lot of gear.
Giving that shit away, but just little shit like that, like it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was B2G. We went to Texas for nationals. Had a little, they do these little 707 teams, like different people. People built their own 707 team.
Okay.
Shit like that. Vegas. What's a couple of camps coming?
What's the like biggest NFL player that you got to like share the field with, or like got to know like that, like even at school, like that became a star afterwards, or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of friends that are in the league now, right? Like
yeah.
So
I got a couple of friends.
yeah, like do they? Well, obviously you don't have to say your guys' friendships, right? You guys talks, but like do they share each other? Like, dude, like the talent's just crazy. Like
honestly, I don't even really try to. I mean, we still talking. We still got our group chats and shit.
Yeah.
That a couple of us are part of. But I mean, shit. When I talk to them, I don't try to talk about football shit. I don't even.
Okay.
Because I know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's good, bro? Like, when we joke around, you know what I'm saying? Like, here and there, we'll hop on a FaceTime.
For sure.
But I don't try to talk to them about football and how it is and shit like that. When I do talk to them, we joke around.
Because if you think about it, bro, like sometimes too, like who wants to talk about work all the time, right? Because that's their job too, So it's like they're trying to like go back to like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they want to feel not human, but they want to feel normal too. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they love to start them and shit like that. But here and there, they want to just always like. But probably the biggest star is probably Gardner. To be honest with you, like Deion Buchanan, he got drafted first round.
Deion Buchanan,
he was a safety. He went to the Cardinals. He got drafted.
Oh wait, that's the player that had they ended up shifting into linebacker, right? So he's the first linebacker I see that had like a 20 something number. He was like 25 or something.
He got drafted. He was he got drafted first round.
Oh wow, yeah.
29 or something. So
wow,
that was big.
That's high. Yeah.
He was he was very reserved though, like he was to himself and shit like that. But just the level of like Gardner was like a fucking.
Well, he was a sensation for a while, bro.
Because his mustache and shit like that. So in college,
wait, he was at the Jaguars, right?
No, before that. That shit started in college, bro.
His mustache?
Yeah,
like goatee, the like that trucker stash,
like motherfuckers at the game wearing fake mustaches, like.
Oh wow!
Especially like after college game day, we beat Oregon. Like that motherfucker was a star, bro.
Yeah.
Like, since high school, I mean college.
I think you're had something. He finished kind of high in the Heisman rankings, right?
Or he was pretty close.
I want to say he was like 10, like top 10. I want to say
for sure.
Right?
Because
that year he had this one amazing year where he was.
That year we won 13-2.
Yeah.
We was 13 when we only had lost to USC that year, but we didn't. They didn't. It was rough in the passer. Like they fucking helmet to helmet, like clearly, like
they hit him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we lost the SC game earlier, but then we went on a crazy win streak, and then we lost the last game of the year to UW, which we went 13-2, 12-2 or something, 11-2, and then we won our bowl game. But yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. Motherfucker can't even walk around nowhere, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like you're not even in the league yet, and then you already have that stardom, like. So
that's pretty incredible, man. Your story is pretty incredible, bro. And thank you very much for sharing with us, because sometimes it takes a piece. I could imagine that it can take a piece out of you,
Yeah.
And sharing that with us, I really appreciate it.
Man, thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, man. You live and you learn. I mean, shit, life all about experiences. You are what you go through. You know what I'm saying? But it makes you a better person at the end of the day if you don't let it take a toll on you. But I mean, I know I said, you asked me earlier, like, shit, if you could change anything, but would you? I'm like, no. But I mean, what happened to me makes me who I am today.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day. But I mean, yeah, life's good though, man. I'm grateful to be alive. Got my family, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I live for her now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
it's dope. I mean, all my friends and shit, like the people I still talk to. You know what I'm saying? My close friends. I mean, shit, everybody's doing good. I mean, mom, dad, great, family, great. So can't really complain.
When
your life
exactly. You know what I'm saying? You always nitpick and shit like, what if this, what if that? But I mean, I'm genuinely happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm at peace. You know what I'm saying? With how everything turned out.
That's great, man. So, well, go ahead. We want we want to start you with a question before we call it quit for today.
Yeah, so last week, Joe hit me with a random question. This one, we're going to make it a NFL themed question.
Unfortunately, my bad. And we would have this conversation beforehand. We wouldn't have came up with it, man. All right, so we sorry for that one.
Yeah. So last week the question was, I had to name the top 5 most drunk countries.
No. So it was the top 5 countries in the world that consume the most beer. Beer, no, not beer. Yeah.
Oh, you see beer. I
Yeah.
thought it was alcohol.
No, beer.
Okay, so beer, and then so I had to come up with.
Yeah. So he
so
had to
this-
name the top 5, right?
So it was wild and it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was not the countries I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we want you to name the last 6 teams that won the Super Bowl.
So if you can name them in order and everything, obviously we'll.
16. So let me go back to 2024.
It doesn't have to be like in consecutive order, just
Yeah.
like the last 6 teams overall.
Yeah.
Because obviously
Yeah, obviously you're gonna pick your brain,
yeah,
right?
So
some
last
teams
year-
have won them
last
multiple
year was
times.
the
No?
Chiefs.
Okay.
2024 was the Chiefs. 2023 was the Chiefs. 22. Wait a second. What was it? 2022. Wait, don't.
No. You're good. You got time.
The Rams, right?
Yep.
The Rams.
2021. Fucking what's it? The Buccaneers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So you got.
2020.
So it would be the football year. So 2020, 2021, you know. So, but you're right.
Yeah. 2020. Kobe year. Who the fuck won it the Kobe year for the Rams?
I think
No.
yourself a really big-
You already got after the Rams.
Yes. So you got
You got Tampa
Bay.
after. So it was before Tampa.
Right before
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is, and you kind of hit it. You gave yourself a
Yeah.
in saying
It's the Rams, right?
No. So this is
already
what
got
you
the
gave
Rams.
us. You as the Chiefs,
Chiefs.
Rams, Tampa. So that's where you left off at.
Uh-huh. So then it was the Chiefs again, right?
yes.
Because Tyreek Hill got one.
Yeah, that one's the Chiefs.
You said not in order, but I know Tyreek Hill got one. Was it 19 he got one? Or 20?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, I know I ain't tripping.
No, because it's
said-
it's
said
the
not
order.
in
is-
order.
There's one in between.
But we'll say you read it because
No,
you
said,
wrote it.
I said not in order though.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So the Chiefs got 3 within the last 6 years, and then it got Tampa and the Rams.
Yes. That's 4 already. So
It's 4.
So Chiefs is right, and then the one last one is what the last one would be who?
Eagles? No, Eagles was 2017.
Yeah, the year right after that.
yeah. I forgot that was a fucking ring Carson Wentz. I forgot. Well, it was Nick Foles actually, huh? That one that went from.
When you were saying the Kobe year, I was thinking it was Philly.
Philly was before that.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly was before.
Fuck. I know.
That's why I was like,
I
oh, you said Kobe.
know.
Kobe came from Philadelphia.
Well, that's the year Kobe died. That's why I brought it up.
That's right.
Give me a second.
I don't know, man. You got it right there.
That's the tip of your tongue.
It had to be fucking Patriots, right?
Yeah.
You got it. There you go. At least you got all 6. You see that?
And then another thing that Joseph introduced last week was like just a final message,
Final thought.
and a final
So,
thought,
yeah,
or
so-
like a quote or saying that we can kind of send out to our viewers. I was going to take that on today, but I think it would be the most fitting to pass that on to you this time.
No
As our
pressure, by the
first
way.
step.
It's just
A saying or anything, maybe something your pop said or anything, bro.
I mean, there's so much shit, man, in life. One of my I could say it's a couple of things, honestly. But one of my biggest things, and I kind of tell people, is that shit, everything happens for a reason. if you're religious at all, God makes no mistakes. Everything's turning out how He meant it to turn out. So at the end of the day, don't cry over spilled milk. Everything happens for a reason. Just keep pushing and just know that it's a blessing behind everything that I wouldn't say bad happens to you, but just in general, um, just keep striving to be you, keep striving to be better, but don't let nothing put you down, and just think of a bigger picture when you think something bad happens to you. Just know that it's a reason behind. That's part of your journey in life. You know what I'm saying? It's to continue to live and learn. And if it happens to you, it's meant to happen to you. I mean, everybody has an expiration date in life. Whether you want it to happen or not, we all got to leave this earth soon. So just, I mean, be you, live life to the fullest, and just yeah, shit. Everything happens for a reason.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you coming on top, man. I know I've been bugging you for
First
quite a
guest.
while already.
Thank you so much.
I've been bugging them, man.
I'm the first
Yeah,
guest. Like,
yeah.
nah, that's my co-host.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, I've been bugging them, man. I was like, Rob, we gotta have you on, bro. We gotta have
And
you
I don't
on.
even
You
do
know?
shit like this because I'm
Yeah.
not really like a social type. I mean,
Yeah, you're
behind the
social,
camera,
bro.
I'm
Oh,
talking
okay,
like
yeah,
cameras and
yeah.
all that shit. But
Yeah, so I mean, again, bro, thank you for pulling through, bro. And then
Thank you.
again, we want to give everybody a shout out. Thank you guys for the subscribers, the views, everything. And we appreciate everything. Whether you got something good to say or bad to say, we appreciate everything, man. Like,
Say it
everything.
all. And if you got
Yeah,
more
you
things
know.
to say, say it
Yeah,
more.
you know. If anything, that's only gonna help us, you know. So again, man, thank everybody for viewing, and Rob, shout out again, bro. Adam, always a pleasure, bro.